In the vast, sun-drenched plains of Africa, there lives a truly extraordinary creature, one that defines the very essence of the wild. This animal is the wildebeest, also known as the gnu. It is a type of antelope, a member of a large family of hoofed mammals that roam these ancient lands. The wildebeest makes its home in the open savannas and woodlands of eastern and southern Africa. These wide, grassy landscapes, dotted with acacia trees, provide the perfect stage for the drama of their lives. Here, under the immense African sky, millions of these animals live, move, and shape the world around them in a way that is simply breathtaking to witness. At first glance, a wildebeest might seem like a creature put together from the parts of other animals. It has a long, rather sad-looking face, a shaggy mane that runs down its back, and a beard that hangs from its throat, giving it an air of ancient wisdom. Its body is strong and muscular at the front, sloping down towards its thinner back legs, much like a bison. Both the males and the females possess short, curved horns that sweep out and then up, like parentheses. Their coats are a mix of gray and brown, often with dark vertical stripes on their shoulders, a perfect camouflage for the dappled light of the savanna. This remarkable animal is a grazer, a herbivore whose life is dedicated to finding fresh green grass. Its diet consists almost entirely of short grasses, and its wide mouth is perfectly adapted for this purpose, allowing it to eat large amounts of food very quickly. They follow the rains across the Great Plains, constantly searching for the new growth that sprouts after a downpour. This endless quest for food is the engine that drives their existence. It is a simple need, but it leads to one of the most spectacular events in the entire natural world, a journey of immense scale and profound importance for the entire ecosystem. The wildebeest is a social animal, living in large herds that can number in the thousands. There is a certain safety in these numbers, a collective awareness that helps protect them from the many predators that share their home. Lions, hyenas, and crocodiles all look to the wildebeest as a source of food. Within the herd, you can often hear their distinctive nasal calls, a constant new sound that gives them their other name. This chorus of communication is the soundtrack of the savanna, a reminder of the vibrant, interconnected community of animals that depend on these grasslands for their survival. Once a year, an ancient instinct awakens within the wildebeest herds. It is a calling that has been answered for thousands upon thousands of years. This is the beginning of the Great Migration, one of the last great mass movements of land animals on our planet. More than 1.5 million wildebeest, joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, begin a colossal journey. They travel in a huge, circular path that spans 2 countries, across the Serengeti Plains in Tanzania and into the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya. This is not a casual stroll. It is a relentless, life-or-death pilgrimage, covering over 1,000 miles. The reason for this incredible journey is simple and powerful: the search for life-giving resources. The migration is driven by the seasons and the rhythm of the rains. As the dry season takes hold in one part of the ecosystem, the grasses wither and the waterholes disappear. The wildebeest must move on, following the promise of rain clouds on the horizon. They are in constant pursuit of fresh green pastures for grazing and water to drink. This instinct is so deeply ingrained that nothing can stop them. The entire herd moves as one, a single flowing river of life snaking across the endless plains of Africa. This journey is not without its leaders and followers. While it may look like chaos, there is a subtle order to the march. The zebras often lead the way. They prefer to eat the longer, tougher parts of the grass, which then exposes the shorter, more nutritious shoots that the wildebeest favor. So, in a way, the zebras act as pioneers, preparing the new pastures for the great herds that follow behind them. It is a beautiful example of cooperation between different species, each playing a role in the success of the whole community. The air fills with the sounds of their hooves, a thunderous drumming that announces their arrival. The scale of the Great Migration is difficult to comprehend. Imagine a line of animals so long that it stretches from one horizon to the other, a moving tide of fur and horns that flows for days on end. This is not just a migration, it is a fundamental process that shapes the very landscape it crosses. The constant grazing of millions of animals trims the grasses, and their droppings fertilize the soil, ensuring that new life will grow in their wake. The journey is a powerful force of nature, a testament to the resilience and determination of these magnificent animals to survive against all odds. The Great Migration is a journey fraught with danger at every turn. It is a stark and dramatic display of the circle of life, where survival is a daily battle. The predators of the savanna are well aware of this annual event, and for them, it is a time of great abundance. Lions, cheetahs, leopards, and packs of spotted hyenas shadow the herds, watching and waiting for any sign of weakness. They target the young, the old, or the sick, any individual that becomes separated from the safety of the massive group. The constant threat keeps the wildebeest alert and always on the move, a living embodiment of survival of the fittest. Perhaps the most famous and perilous obstacle the wildebeest must face is the crossing of great rivers, like the Mara and Serengeti rivers. As the herds arrive at the riverbanks, they hesitate, the scent of danger thick in the air. Beneath the murky water lurks one of Africa's most formidable predators, the Nile crocodile. Some of these ancient reptiles can be enormous, and they lie in wait for the herds to make their move. The pressure from the thousands of animals behind builds until finally, one brave or desperate wildebeest takes the plunge, triggering a frantic stampede into the water. The river crossings are scenes of pure chaos and desperation. The water churns as thousands of animals struggle to swim across the strong currents. The crocodiles strike with terrifying speed, pulling victims beneath the surface. Many wildebeest, especially the calves, are simply too weak to make it, and are swept away by the river or fall prey to the waiting predators. It is a brutal and heartbreaking spectacle, yet it is a necessary part of the journey. For the herd to continue, these sacrifices must be made. The survivors that emerge on the other side are the strongest, ensuring the future of the species. Beyond the predators, the journey itself is a test of endurance. The animals face exhaustion, starvation, and dehydration as they travel across hundreds of miles of challenging terrain. They must navigate dusty plains, rocky outcrops, and dense woodlands. An estimated 250,000 wildebeest and 30,000 zebras will not complete the journey each year. Yet their journey is essential not only for them, but for the entire ecosystem. The fallen become food for scavengers, from vultures circling overhead to jackals on the ground, ensuring that nothing goes to waste in this intricate web of life. The wildebeest is more than just a single species. It is what we call a keystone species. This means that its role in the environment is so crucial that without it, the entire ecosystem would change dramatically. Their constant grazing prevents the savanna from turning into scrubland, maintaining the open grasslands that so many other animals depend upon. Think of them as giant gardeners of the plains. Their hooves churn the soil, and their droppings act as a powerful fertilizer, enriching the earth and promoting the growth of new, healthy grass for all the grazers to share. The migration is also a vital lifeline for the predators of the Serengeti and Masai Mara. The incredible abundance of prey during the migration provides the food that lions, hyenas, and other hunters need to raise their own young and sustain their populations. The timing of the migration influences the breeding seasons of these predators. Furthermore, the animals that perish during the journey provide a critical food source for a vast array of scavengers, from the smallest insects to the largest vultures. The wildebeest, in both life and death, sustains a remarkable diversity of other creatures. Today, in 2025, the future of this magnificent spectacle is not guaranteed. The wildebeest and their epic migration face growing threats from human activity. The expansion of settlements, roads, and fences can block their ancient migratory routes, cutting them off from essential grazing lands and water sources. Climate change is also altering rainfall patterns, making their search for food and water more unpredictable than ever before. If these corridors of movement are lost, the Great Migration as we know it could cease to exist, with devastating consequences for the entire ecosystem. It is our shared responsibility to protect these incredible animals and the wild spaces they need to survive. Conservation efforts in Tanzania and Kenya are working tirelessly to preserve the integrity of the Serengeti Mara ecosystem. By supporting these national parks and reserves, and by making conscious choices to combat climate change, we can help ensure that future generations will have the chance to witness this wonder of the natural world. The thundering hooves of the wildebeest must continue to echo across the African plains, for in their journey lies the very pulse of this wild and precious continent.